that down, we got a lot of stuff to talk about here, and we're going to start off with this. So one of the most prestigious bodies in all of movies and television, of course, is the American Film Institute, AFI, right? They're like top 100 films of all time is kind of considered sacred and all that kind of stuff. But every year, the AFI puts out a list in no particular order of what their top 10 movies of the year are, which we're going to talk a little bit tomorrow about, but also their top 10 television shows of the year. Again, they don't order them. They just say, this is the best of television this year. And a couple of shows I am thrilled are on there, made the list. Let's go over and take a look. AFI deemed these to be the 10 best shows of 2024. Again, in no particular order: Abbott Elementary, The Bear, Hacks, A Man on the Inside, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, which listen, I'm going to be honest with you, I still don't get it. Like, I love Donald Glover and I was really excited about that show, but I thought it was okay at best. It had a couple of great episodes, but whatever. A lot of awards bodies are naming it, so that's fine. Nobody Wants This, which was way better than I thought it would be. That's with Sarah Marshall. Forgetting Sarah Marshall. What's her name again? From The Good Place and Sarah Marshall. I'm freezing on her name. It starts with a K anyway.
Yeah, I'm going to look it up.
But listen, I saw that. It looked like a kind of a little throwaway rom-com series on Netflix. Kristen Bell. That's her name.
I just got it, yeah.
I was about to say Veronica Mars.
She was also in Veronica Mars, yes. But listen, seriously, that show, my wife got me to watch it with her, and I'm glad she did. Because, again, it was far better than I thought it would be. If you haven't checked it out, because like me, you thought it just looked like a little throwaway romantic comedy, do go check it out. Anyway. And then The Penguin.
There we go.
Got named in AFI's top 10 shows of the year. Shogun, which is easily the best show of the year, but it got up there. True Detective Night Country, which I really enjoyed, but I loved seeing this. This is the whole reason I made this topic. I ain't going to lie. Shrinking. Named as one of AFI's top shows of the year. I feel like part of my job, back in the day, I felt my job was to be an evangelist for Arrow. I now feel like part of my job description should simply be being an evangelist for Shrinking.
I feel like your job's easier with Shrinking than Arrow, though.
Yeah. It's a little easier to convince people on Shrinking than it was
something
on
about
Arrow.
Apple TV Plus versus the CW.
Yes. But I'm telling you, man, Shrinking, I was thrilled. I was kind of surprised because, again, this show gets so little attention. And I know you guys get tired of hearing me harping on it. Guys, Shrinking is so effing good. By the way, if you think you recognize that guy who plays Liz's husband in the show, it's like, where do I know him from? Where do I know him from? He was the head of the bad guy frat in Revenge of the Nerds. Oh. He's the main guy in Revenge of the Nerds. And he's still doing it. And he's great in this show.
And she's from Scrubs.
And she was in Scrubs. Yep. He was also on Married with Children. He was
he was the neighbor, yeah.
That's right. He was the second
second neighbor, right?
Yep. But again, Harrison Ford has not been this good in well over a decade. It's his best thing. I say that all the time. But again, other than Mr. and Mrs. Smith, if we go back to this list, other than Mr. and Mrs. Smith, which again, to me, listen, I recognize almost everybody else loves this show, so it's just me. That's fair. And a lot of the other awards bodies are recognizing it. It's still the one to me that I just, in that Sesame Street game, one of these things is not like the other. One of these things is not the same. Mr. and Mrs. Smith doesn't really belong on the list, but other than that, obviously, Abbott Elementary is fabulous. The Bear, The Penguin, Shogun, True Detective Night Country. Anyway, and Shrinking is on that list. So guys, go check out all these shows, but especially watch Shrinking.
I'm just relieved that White Lotus wasn't added to that list because I feel like White Lotus is always on everyone's list. I'm just like, I don't understand this show. Like, it's okay.
I watched a bit of season 1 and I was in the same boat as you. I was like, why is this getting so much love? But listen, a lot of my friends loved it, but the consensus seems to be that it's kind of falling off.
Yeah.
So, I mean, so that's why I wasn't surprised to see White Lotus wasn't on the list. But anyway, Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's episode, Miracle Made. Guys, it's hot outside and your nighttime bedroom temperature has a huge impact on your sleep quality. So if you wake up too hot or too cold, I highly recommend you check out Miracle Made's bed sheets. Miracle Made sheets are inspired by NASA and use silver-infused fabrics that are temperature regulating so you can sleep at the perfect temperature all night long. There are just so many things that make these sheets so fantastic. We already mentioned the self-cooling properties for better quality sleep, but they're also self-cleaning. These sheets are infused with silver that prevent up to 99.7% of bacterial growth, leaving them to stay cleaner and fresh 3 times longer than other sheets. No more gross odors. So go to trymiracle.com/Campea. That's TRYMIRACLE.com/Campea to try Miracle Made sheets today. And whether you're buying them for yourself or as a gift for a loved one, if you order today, you can save over 40%. And if you use our promo code Campea at checkout, you'll get 3 free towels and save an extra 20%. Miracle is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you aren't 100% satisfied, you'll get a full refund. So upgrade your sleep with Miracle Made. Go to trymiracle.com/Campea and use the code Campea to claim your free 3-piece towel set and save over 40% off. Again, that's trymiracle.com/Campea to treat yourself. Thank you, Miracle Made, for sponsoring this episode. Guys, question is for you. What do you think of AFI's list of the top 10, the best shows of the year? Is there any on there that you think are missing? Is there any on there, like, I don't think Mr. and Mrs. Smith should be on there, even though I thought the show was pretty good, but is there some that you think should be taken off? Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.